Greetings, dear friend. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast ocean, the waves crashing rhythmically against the shore. Each wave represents a moment in your life, some gentle and soothing, while others are fierce and tumultuous. Today, we embark on a journey together, exploring the depths of our experiences and the hidden treasures that lie within. This isn't just a story. It's a revelation waiting to unfold, revealing how every wave of challenge can lead to unexpected breakthroughs. Are you ready to dive in? As you stand there, feeling the cool breeze kiss your face and the salty spray of the ocean mist enveloping you, a thought emerges. What if each wave carries not just challenges, but also messages from the universe? The water before you seems to shimmer with potential, reflecting the sunlight like 1,000 diamonds. Each glistening surface represents an opportunity, a lesson waiting to be learned. Suddenly, a large wave rises in the distance, towering above the others. You instinctively take a step back, feeling the power in its rise. This wave symbolizes the adversities that loom large in your life, casting shadows of doubt and fear. Yet, as it approaches, a revelation dawns upon you. Every wave that crashes onto the shore is not meant to destroy, but to reshape. In that moment, you remember the stories of those who faced overwhelming odds yet emerged victorious. Like the ancient mariners who navigated treacherous waters, you too can steer your vessel through the storms. With each crash, the wave leaves behind smooth stones, remnants of its journey. These stones, once jagged and rough, now hold beauty and wisdom. They remind you that your struggles have the potential to refine you, to forge a stronger, more resilient spirit. As you gaze out at the horizon, the sun begins to dip lower, casting a golden hue across the sky. This transition signifies the end of one phase and the promise of another. Just as the day yields to night, so too can you let go of your past fears and embrace the dawn of new possibilities. The ocean's depth is both a mirror and a teacher, urging you to reflect on what has shaped you. You take a deep breath, feeling the weight of your worries begin to lift. Each inhalation fills you with a renewed sense of purpose, while each exhalation releases the burdens that have clung to you for so long. As the waves continue their dance, you realize that this moment is not just about the ocean. It is about the currents within your own life. With each wave that crashes onto the shore, you find yourself more attuned to the rhythmic beat of your heart. The ocean becomes a powerful metaphor for your journey, and you begin to understand that the tides of life can be harnessed to propel you forward rather than hold you back. As the sun dips below the horizon, you feel a stirring within, a calling to embrace your true self, a self that is not defined by past failures or fears, but by the strength forged through trials. You recall the stories of those who have walked this path before you, tales that echo through time. The fishermen who braved the seas, the explorers who ventured into the unknown, they all faced waves that threatened to overwhelm them. Yet, they emerged stronger, equipped with the wisdom of their journeys. Their courage inspires you, urging you to take that first step into the waters of your own destiny. In that moment of clarity, you notice a glimmering object half buried in the sand, a beautiful shell, radiant and unique. It serves as a reminder that beauty often emerges from the depths of struggle. Just like the shell, your experiences, both painful and joyful, have shaped you into the remarkable person you are becoming. You reach down, brushing the sand away, and hold it in your hands, appreciating its intricate design. This shell is not merely a token. It symbolizes the treasures that await you when you embrace your journey fully. As you cradle the shell in your hands, a wave of inspiration washes over you. It feels as if the shell is whispering secrets of the ocean, stories of resilience and transformation. You realize that just like this shell, you too possess unique qualities forged through your experiences. Each imperfection tells a tale of survival. Every curve and contour reflects a moment of growth. This shell becomes a tangible reminder that what once seemed chaotic has the potential to become a masterpiece. You rise to your feet, invigorated by the realization that your journey is not merely about navigating through the storms, but also about celebrating the treasures you uncover along the way. The sky is now a canvas painted with hues of orange and purple, signaling the arrival of twilight. As the light fades, you understand that each day has its own rhythm, just like the waves. Some moments are bright and full of energy, while others invite introspection and rest. With every step you take along the shore, you feel more attuned to this rhythm, as if the ocean is guiding you toward your next chapter. The tide pulls back, revealing a stretch of wet sand that glistens under the emerging stars. In this serene space, you decide to pause and reflect. You sit down, feeling the cool sand beneath you, and let your thoughts flow like the gentle waves. What dreams have been buried beneath the weight of expectations and doubts? What aspirations have you set aside, believing they were too far out of reach? The ocean's vastness reminds you of the boundless potential that lies within you. You close your eyes, envisioning the future you desire, a life not defined by limitations, but by possibilities. As you sit there, a sense of clarity begins to form. You feel the gentle sound of the waves lapping against the shore, each one echoing your heartbeat, keeping time with your thoughts. In this moment of stillness, you recognize that clarity is not merely the absence of confusion. It is the presence of understanding, an understanding that allows you to visualize your dreams in vivid detail. You picture yourself stepping boldly into the life you desire, each step resonating with purpose and intention. The vision unfolds like a tapestry, woven with threads of courage, resilience, and hope. You imagine pursuing passions you once set aside, rekindling relationships that have faded, and embracing opportunities that once seemed daunting. The ocean, with its vast depths, mirrors the limitless potential within you. You are reminded that the only barriers are those you impose upon yourself. As the stars begin to twinkle above, a soft luminescence dances across the water's surface. It feels as if the universe is affirming your aspirations, illuminating the path ahead. You rise once more, the shell still clutched in your hand, and take a step toward the water, letting the coolness wash over your feet. The sensation is invigorating, a reminder that you are alive and capable of embracing change. Suddenly, a thought strikes you. What if you could share this moment, this revelation, with others who are also navigating their own storms? The idea blossoms within your heart. You envision a gathering, a circle of kindred spirits, all seeking solace and wisdom in their journeys. You see it clearly, an open space where souls can come together to share their stories, to lift each other up, and to celebrate the beauty found in the struggle. Inspired by this vision, you turn your gaze back to the horizon, where the night sky deepens into a rich indigo, the stars twinkling like scattered diamonds. Each shimmering light seems to whisper encouragement, urging you to pursue this new calling. The thought of gathering others around you ignites a fire within. an unquenchable desire to create a space where vulnerability meets strength, where stories can intertwine like the waves that dance together, each contributing to the overall beauty of the ocean. You take a deep, grounding breath, feeling the cool air fill your lungs and energize your spirit. With each exhale, you release the remnants of doubt that lingered in the corners of your mind. I am capable, you affirm silently. I am meant to do this. The vision of a circle of support forms a reality in your heart, and you commit to making it manifest. As you begin to walk along the shore, the soft sand giving way beneath your feet, you start to consider the details of this gathering. What would it look like? Where would it take place? You imagine a cozy fire crackling under the stars, the sound of waves providing a soothing backdrop as people share their stories. Stories of triumph, of heartbreak, of resilience. You close your eyes for a moment, allowing the imagery to wash over you. In this sacred space, there are no judgments or comparisons, only shared experiences and collective healing. It becomes clear that the ocean's rhythms will be your guide. Just as the tides ebb and flow, so too will the conversations, moving from laughter to tears, from silence to shouts of joy. With renewed purpose, you pull out the shell from your pocket, holding it up to the moonlight. This shell, a symbol of your journey, now reflects the light in a way that feels almost magical. It is a reminder of your unique story, a story that deserves to be shared, just like the countless waves that crash and recede, each contributing to the shore's ever-changing landscape. You understand now that this gathering will not only be about sharing your personal journey, but also about inviting others to bring forth their own shells, those treasures that they have carried through their lives, often hidden in the depths of their hearts. As you walk, the sound of the ocean becomes a source of inspiration, urging you to think about how to invite others to this circle. You envision a simple announcement, perhaps through social media or a community board, inviting those who feel the weight of their own stories to come together. Bring your shells, you imagine saying, the pieces of your journey that have shaped you. Let's gather under the stars and share our tales. The thought sends a thrill of excitement through you, and you can almost hear the soft murmur of those who might respond, those who feel as you do, those who seek connection and understanding. You can picture them arriving with their own shells, each one reflecting different colors and textures, symbolizing the diversity of experiences that exist within your community. As you reach a spot where the waves meet the shoreline, you pause and allow the water to wash over your feet, grounding you in the present moment. Each wave that rolls in carries with it a sense of affirmation, whispering to you that you are not alone in this endeavor. You are part of a larger tapestry, woven together by shared experiences of love, loss, joy, and resilience. Suddenly, a thought strikes you. What if the gathering could also include creative expression? Your heart quickens at the idea of incorporating creative expression into the gathering. What if, alongside storytelling, participants could share their art, poetry, or music? This could transform the circle into a vibrant tapestry of human experience, where every participant contributes a unique thread. You picture the flickering flames of the fire illuminating the faces of those who share their gifts, creating an atmosphere rich with emotion and connection. The thought of a shared canvas, where everyone can paint their feelings, write their truths, or even play an instrument, fills you with joy. It's a way to honor the diverse ways people express their journeys, allowing each voice to resonate in harmony with the others. You envision the laughter and tears, the moments of silence, and the bursts of creativity that will weave together into a collective masterpiece. As the waves continue to roll in, you imagine welcoming a musician who can strum a guitar, a poet who can recite verses that touch the soul, and an artist ready to capture the essence of the gathering on a large canvas. Each contribution, no matter how small, would add depth to the experience, making it a celebration of resilience and creativity. You begin to mentally outline what you will need: a space that feels safe and inviting, perhaps near the beach, where the sound of the ocean can mingle with the laughter and stories. You think of blankets and cushions for comfort, lanterns to create a warm glow, and refreshments to nourish the body and spirit. The vision becomes clearer: a cozy nook by the shore, where the light of the stars can mingle with the warmth of shared human connection. With every step you take, the excitement builds, and soon you find yourself dreaming of the impact it could have on those who attend. What they might experience, the healing that could unfold as they share their truths and their artistry. You envision laughter mingling with tears, the air thick with the scent of salt water and the sound of heartfelt expressions. Each participant, perhaps carrying their own burdens, might find solace as they witness the beauty of vulnerability in others. As you walk back along the shore, your mind races with possibilities. You begin to consider how to frame this gathering, how to invite others not just to attend, but to participate fully. The idea crystallizes. It should be a night of shared stories, art and music, an evening where everyone can contribute a piece of themselves. You could call it the Night of Shells, a celebration of resilience and creativity, where the ocean serves as both backdrop and metaphor. With this title in mind, you ponder how to structure the evening. Perhaps a circle where each person takes turns sharing their story, followed by time for artistic expression. You think about how to encourage everyone to bring something meaningful, whether it's a poem they've written, a song that resonates with their journey, or a piece of art that represents their experiences. Your thoughts drift to the logistics, gathering supplies, reaching out to local artists and musicians, creating a safe space for everyone to feel comfortable to express themselves. You imagine the excitement of creating flyers and social media posts, spreading the word far and wide, inviting those who might feel isolated or unheard. The more you think about it, the more you feel the momentum building within you. As you reach the end of your walk, the horizon begins to shift from deep navy to a soft lavender, signaling that the evening is drawing near. The stars twinkle overhead like a million tiny affirmations, and you take a moment to appreciate their brilliance, feeling as if they are cheering you on in this endeavor. The beauty of the night reminds you that, just like the stars, everyone has a light within them waiting to shine. You step away from the shoreline, energized by your vision for the Night of Shells. The thought of gathering together with others ignites a sense of purpose so profound that you can hardly contain it. You can already envision the faces of those who will come, some familiar, some strangers, all united by the desire to share and connect. Upon returning home, you sit down to draft your announcement. The words flow easily, your heart guiding your pen. You write about the ocean as a metaphor for life's journeys, inviting each person to bring their own shells, their stories, their art, their voices. You emphasize that this gathering is a celebration of resilience and healing, a safe space for everyone to express their truths. As you finalize the details, your excitement grows. You decide on a date, allowing ample time for people to prepare and spread the word. You choose a Saturday evening, knowing that it would be easier for most to attend. With a smile, you add a personal touch. Come as you are. Bring your light, your laughter, and your stories. Let's create something beautiful together. Once the announcement is complete, you share it across social media platforms, reaching out to friends, community groups, and local artists. You write heartfelt messages to individuals whom you think might benefit from this event, inviting them personally to join the circle. Each message you send feels like casting a net into the ocean, hoping to catch those who might resonate with your vision. Days pass in a whirlwind of excitement and anticipation. As the date for the Night of Shells approaches, you can feel the energy in the air, a buzz of possibility, like the gentle hum of the ocean before a storm. Your heart swells with hope as you envision the gathering, transforming lives, healing wounds, and creating connections that ripple out into the community. You spend the days leading up to the event preparing the space. You select a spot on the beach that feels just right, a small clearing surrounded by swaying palm trees with a clear view of the ocean. It feels sacred, almost like a natural amphitheater where the waves can bear witness to the stories shared. You gather blankets, cushions, and lanterns, ensuring that every element contributes to a warm and inviting atmosphere. On the eve of the gathering, a sense of calm washes over you. You take a moment to stand at the water's edge, the moonlight shimmering on the surface like a trail of stars fallen to the earth. You close your eyes and breathe in the salty air, allowing the sounds of the ocean to fill your spirit. In this moment of solitude, you pray for the hearts that will gather and for the stories that will be shared. You feel a profound connection to those who will come, each one bringing their own unique shell, a treasure crafted through life's challenges. The day of the event dawns bright and clear, the sun rising over the horizon with a golden glow. You arrive at the beach early, filled with a mix of excitement and nerves. As you set up, you notice the wind rustling through the trees, almost as if nature itself is cheering you on. You arrange the blankets in a circle, placing the lanterns strategically to create a soft, inviting glow that will guide guests as dusk begins to fall. The scene transforms under your careful touch, becoming a sanctuary of warmth and openness. You step back to admire your work, feeling a sense of satisfaction wash over you. This space, once just a patch of sand, now pulses with potential, ready to cradle the stories and expressions that will soon fill the air. As the sun climbs higher, you begin to feel the flutter of anticipation in your stomach. You check your phone, seeing the messages of encouragement from those who plan to join you. Some share their excitement, while others express their nervousness about sharing their stories. You respond with words of reassurance, reminding them that this gathering is a space for vulnerability and acceptance, where every voice is welcomed. As the afternoon unfolds, you take the time to gather small treats and refreshments, ensuring there's something for everyone. You set up a table near the blankets, filled with fruits, snacks, and refreshing drinks, knowing that nourishment will aid in creating a comfortable atmosphere. You smile at the thought of laughter and conversations mingling with the sound of the waves as guests enjoy the offerings. With each passing hour, the sun slowly begins its descent, painting the sky in hues of pink and orange. You feel the energy shift, a palpable excitement building as people start to arrive. One by one, familiar faces emerge from the path leading to the beach, and you greet each person with a warm embrace. You introduce them to others, weaving a tapestry of connections as new friendships blossom in the salty air. As the last rays of sunlight dip below the horizon, you gather everyone in a circle, your heart racing with gratitude and joy. The lanterns flicker to life, casting a soft glow that dances across the faces of your gathered friends and strangers alike. The atmosphere feels electric, filled with an unspoken promise of shared experiences and healing to come. You take a deep breath, grounding yourself in the moment, and allow the gentle sounds of the ocean to wash over you. "Welcome everyone," you begin, your voice steady yet filled with warmth. "Thank you for being here tonight." This gathering is a celebration of our journeys, a space where we can share our stories and connect through our unique experiences. Just as the ocean shapes the shore, our stories have the power to shape one another. A soft murmur of agreement ripples through the circle, and you sense the collective energy shift, drawing everyone a little closer together. You encourage each person to take a moment to introduce themselves, sharing their names and what brought them to this gathering. As the introductions unfold, you notice the smiles and nods of recognition. There's a shared understanding in the air, a silent acknowledgement of the struggles each person has faced. One by one, the stories begin to flow. A woman shares her journey through loss, her voice trembling yet strong as she recounts the impact it has had on her life. Another participant speaks of their battle with self-doubt, revealing how they've often felt like an outsider. Each tale is met with empathy and encouragement, the circle responding with soft affirmations and supportive gestures. It's a beautiful symphony of vulnerability, where the sound of each story blends harmoniously into the next. As the evening unfolds, you witness the power of connection in real time. Laughter erupts as someone shares a humorous twist in their journey, lightening the mood and bringing smiles to faces that were once. As laughter intertwines with the sounds of the ocean, you feel a warmth spread through the circle, wrapping everyone in a shared sense of belonging. The vulnerability that once filled the air is now buoyed by the joy of connection. You watch as people lean in closer, eyes sparkling with understanding, their own experiences reflected in the stories being shared. The atmosphere is charged with a palpable energy, a collective healing in progress. You decide to gently guide the gathering into a creative segment, inspired by the vision that sparked this event. Now that we've shared some of our journeys, let's turn our attention to creative expression. Each of us carries unique gifts and perspectives that can illuminate our stories in new ways, you suggest, feeling the excitement build in the air. Encouraged by your words, participants nod eagerly, their eyes glinting with anticipation. You invite them to take a moment to reflect on what they might share, whether it's a poem, a piece of art, or even a song that resonates deeply with their life experiences. Feel free to grab any supplies you see on the table, you add, gesturing to the art materials you set out earlier: paints, brushes, and blank canvases alongside journals and pens. Let's create something together that embodies our journeys. The energy shifts again as people begin to gather around the table, selecting colors and tools, while others settle back into the circle, ready to share. You notice a young man hesitating at the edge of the group, his hands stuffed into his pockets. He catches your eye, and you offer him a reassuring smile. This is a safe space. No expectations, just authenticity, you say, encouraging him to join the fun. He smiles shy with a mix of gratitude and uncertainty, slowly making his way towards the table. You watch as he picks up a paintbrush, glancing over at the blank canvas, his brows furrowing in contemplation. It's a moment that resonates with you, the hesitation before the leap into creative expression. You remember your own apprehensions when you first began to share your artistic side, the fear of judgment lurking in the shadows. As the others begin to immerse themselves in their creations, laughter and chatter fill the air, blending seamlessly with the sounds of the ocean. A woman nearby begins to recite a poem she's written, her voice soft yet powerful, capturing the essence of longing and hope. You feel the words wrap around you, pulling you into a shared experience of vulnerability and strength. The poem resonates deeply with everyone, and soon applause breaks out, echoing like the waves crashing onto the shore. Encouraged by this, the young man finally dips the brush into a vibrant blue paint, letting it swirl on the canvas. You can see the tension in his shoulders begin to ease as he loses himself in the process. It's a beautiful sight to witness, how creativity can act as a balm, soothing the soul and allowing the heart to express what words sometimes cannot. As the night unfolds, you move through the circle, engaging with each participant. You ask them about their creations, inviting them to share the stories behind their work. A woman shows you her painting of a phoenix rising from the ashes, symbolizing her journey of rebirth after a challenging divorce. "I wanted to capture the moment of transformation," she explains, her eyes shining with passion. You nod, recognizing the power of her metaphor, and encourage her to share it with the circle. She stands up, her painting in hand, and presents it to everyone. "This is my story," she begins, her voice steady now. A reminder that from the darkest times, we can rise again, stronger than before. The group responds with encouragement, clapping and cheering, a wave of support washing over her as she shares her journey of resilience. You feel a surge of gratitude for the space that has been created here, where authenticity is celebrated and each voice is valued. As the night deepens, the conversations flow smoothly between art and storytelling, laughter punctuating the moments of reflection. You catch snippets of stories that resonate with your own experiences, and you can see the connections forming among the participants. It's a beautiful tapestry of shared human experience, each thread adding to the richness of the evening. Moving through the circle, you stop at the young man who had been hesitant at first. He's now fully immersed in his painting, strokes of blue and green blending together on the canvas. You lean in, curious about what he's creating. "What's your inspiration?" you ask gently. He looks up, his eyes bright with excitement. "I wanted to paint the waves, but I'm adding a lighthouse," he says, pointing to a small figure emerging from the background. "It represents hope for me. Even in the darkest storms, there's always a light guiding you back home." His words resonate deeply, and you nod, feeling the truth in his metaphor. It's a powerful reminder that while we may face tumultuous times, there's always a beacon of hope to guide us through. As the night progresses, you encourage everyone to share their creations in a more formal way. Let the magic of this evening continue to unfold as we share our creations, you announce, your heart swelling with pride at the sense of community that has blossomed. Each piece is a reflection of the journey you've taken, a testament to your strength and creativity. Let's take turns presenting what we've created and share the stories behind them. As you begin the sharing circle, participants take a moment to collect their thoughts. The atmosphere is electric with anticipation. each person eager to reveal their artistic expressions and the emotions that inspired them. You start with a gentle prompt, inviting the woman with the phoenix painting to share her journey first. She stands once more, a little more confident this time, holding her artwork close to her heart. This painting represents my journey of transformation. After my divorce, I felt like I had lost everything. But through that pain, I began to discover my true self. The phoenix signifies rebirth. It's a reminder that we can rise from our ashes, stronger and more vibrant than before. As she finishes, the circle erupts in applause, and you can see the warmth of admiration reflected on her face. The supportive energy encourages each participant to feel safe as they step into the spotlight. Next, the young man with the lighthouse shares his creation. I wanted to show how we all navigate through our storms. The waves can be chaotic, but that lighthouse represents the hope we can hold on to. It's a reminder that even in the darkest moments, we aren't alone. There's always a guiding light. His voice trembles slightly, but you can see the pride he takes in sharing his truth. The group responds with nods and encouraging words, their empathy palpable. One by one, others. As the sharing continues, a palpable sense of connection envelops the circle. Each story is met with applause and supportive remarks, transforming what was once a gathering of strangers into a community bound by shared experiences. One participant, an older man with a gentle demeanor, steps forward to present his artwork. A simple yet profound piece of driftwood shaped into a heart. "I found this on the beach where I grew up," he begins, his voice steady. "And it reminded me of the love I've lost and the love that remains. Life has its way of weathering us, but just like this wood, we can be reshaped and repurposed." He pauses, looking around the circle. "This heart symbolizes resilience for me. It's a reminder that love can endure through the storms." As he shares, you notice others nodding in understanding, recognizing the truth in his words. The heart-shaped driftwood becomes a powerful emblem of love's endurance, evoking a collective sigh that resonates through the group. Next, a young woman with vibrant colors splashed on her canvas stands up. "I painted this during a moment of deep sadness," she shares, her voice gaining strength with each word. I felt lost and unsure of my place in the world. But as I painted, I realized that even our darkest moments can lead to the brightest expressions." This piece is called "Finding Light in the Shadows." Her passion ignites the room once more, and as she reveals the painting, the colors seem to dance under the lantern light, captivating everyone's attention. The group erupts in applause, and you can see the joy spreading across her face. As the sharing circle continues, each person becomes more open. As the sharing circle continues, each person becomes more open, their vulnerabilities flowing like the ocean tides. You can feel the energy in the air shift, growing thicker with emotion and connection. Stories of heartbreak, healing, and hope intertwine, creating a rich tapestry of human experience. The sound of waves crashing against the shore serves as a soothing backdrop, punctuating the heartfelt moments with a rhythmic reminder of life's ebb and flow. A soft-spoken man with a gentle smile stands up next, holding a small sketchbook close to his chest. "I've always found it difficult to express myself verbally," he begins, glancing down at his pages. "But drawing has been my refuge. This piece represents my journey through anxiety." He reveals a sketch of a stormy sea, dark clouds swirling above, but in the center, a small boat sails steadily forward, illuminated by a beacon of light. I wanted to capture the struggle of navigating through turbulent waters, he shares, his voice gaining confidence. But I also wanted to show that even in chaos, there's a way through, an inner light that guides us. The group listens intently, and you can see the resonance of his message reflected in their faces. Applause erupts once more as he finishes, and you feel a wave of gratitude wash over you for this moment of collective healing. As each participant shares their creation, you notice the atmosphere shifting, becoming lighter and more vibrant. The laughter mingling with the stories creates a symphony of shared humanity. A beautiful reminder that no one is truly alone in their struggles. The stories are met with understanding nods, and you can see friendships blossoming in real time, people connecting over shared experiences and emotions. You take a moment to soak in the energy of the gathering, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. The laughter, the tears, and the stories shared weave a tapestry of connection that transcends individual struggles. You realize that this is what you envisioned when you first dreamed of the Night of Shells, a celebration of resilience, creativity, and shared humanity. As the sharing circle begins to wind down, you decide to bring everyone back together for a final reflection. Thank you all for your courage and openness tonight. Each of you has contributed something beautiful to this space, you say, your voice steady yet filled with emotion. Before we close, I'd like to invite everyone to share one word or phrase that encapsulates what this experience has meant to you. Participants nod in agreement, eager to engage in this final moment of connection. You start the circle again, inviting the young man with the lighthouse painting to share. Hope, he says simply, his eyes shining. The word resonates deeply, and you can feel the collective heartbeat of the group acknowledging its significance. As the sharing continues, words like resilience, community, light, and transformation echo through the circle. Each response builds upon the previous one, as if creating a wave of affirmation that washes over everyone. You smile, knowing that these words encapsulate the essence of what you all experienced together, the power of shared stories to uplift and inspire. When it's your turn, you take a deep breath, feeling the weight of the moment. I would say connection, you declare, feeling the warmth of the word wrap around you like a comforting embrace. Tonight, we've forged bonds that will carry us forward. Each of our stories, like the shells we've brought, holds beauty and significance, and together, they create a mosaic of strength. You glance around the circle, meeting the eyes of each participant, feeling the weight of the moment settle in. The connections forged tonight are tangible, like the warmth from the lanterns flickering around you. You can see the impact of shared vulnerability reflected in the smiles and nods of agreement, a collective affirmation that resonates like the waves lapping against the shore. The night deepens, and the stars shine brighter, illuminating the faces of those gathered. It feels as if the universe itself has joined in your celebration, bearing witness to the healing that has unfolded. You feel a surge of gratitude for each person who shared their story, their art, and their heart. As the gathering begins to draw to a close, you invite everyone to take a moment for quiet reflection. Let's take a few minutes to absorb everything we've shared tonight. Feel free to close your eyes and let the sounds of the ocean wash over you, or simply sit in silence with your thoughts. Let's honor the journey we've each traveled. You sink into your own moment of reflection, closing your eyes and breathing deeply. The sounds of the waves blend with the distant laughter of your new friends, creating an ambience of peace and acceptance. You think about the power of stories, the way they can bridge divides, create empathy, and shine light into the darkest corners of our hearts. After a few moments, you gently bring everyone back together. "Thank you for sharing this space with me," you say, your voice soft yet filled with conviction. "Before we part ways, I invite you to take a small piece of this night with you. As you conclude your invitation, you pause to let the weight of your words settle in the circle. Each of you has contributed to the light we've created here tonight. As a token of our gathering, I invite you to take a shell from this basket," you say, gesturing toward a small woven container filled with various beautiful shells collected from the beach. Let it serve as a reminder of the strength and resilience that resides within you, and of the connections we've forged tonight. The participants lean in, their eyes shining with interest as they begin to select shells, each one unique and reflecting the essence of their individual journeys. You watch as they hold their chosen shells in their hands, smiles breaking across their faces, a tangible reminder of the stories shared and the bonds formed. As the last few people select their shells, you feel a warmth enveloping you. The energy of the gathering is palpable, and it feels as though the night has woven a protective cocoon around each person present. You sense that this evening will remain etched in their hearts and minds, a turning point in their respective journeys. Before we wrap up, let's create a collective promise to each other, you suggest, your heart fluttering with excitement. A promise to carry the lessons we've learned here tonight into our lives beyond this gathering. Let's commit to nurturing the connections we've made, checking in on one another, and continuing to share our stories. The group nods in agreement, a sense of unity hardening like the shells they now hold. You can see the determination in their eyes. They are ready to embrace this new commitment. "Let's raise our shells high," you say, encouraging them to lift their chosen treasures. These shells represent not just our individual journeys, but also our collective strength. They are each a symbol of resilience, a reminder that we are never alone in this vast ocean of life. Together, we can weather any storm. As the participants raise their shells high, the atmosphere buzzes with shared energy and purpose. The collective promise feels like a tangible bond, an invisible thread weaving through each person present. You take a moment to absorb the sight, faces illuminated by lantern light, shells glimmering under the stars, hearts united in a shared commitment to support one another. In that moment, a gentle breeze sweeps through the gathering, stirring the air and carrying with it a feeling of renewal. You close your eyes briefly, feeling a surge of gratitude for the connections forged and the stories shared. This night has become a beacon of hope, and as you open your eyes, you sense that the ocean itself is echoing your sentiments, the waves lapping softly as if to affirm the promise made. Let's take a moment to reflect on what this evening has meant to each of us, you suggest, inviting silence once more. Think about the stories you've heard, the connections you've made, and the shell you've chosen. What does it signify for you moving forward? You watch as each participant becomes immersed in their thoughts, some gazing at their shells, while others look out at the ocean, lost in contemplation. The tranquility of the moment envelops the space, allowing everyone to internalize the significance of the evening. After a few moments, you gently break the silence. As we prepare to part ways, I encourage you to carry these reflections with you. Share your stories, continue to create, and remember the strength you've discovered within yourself tonight. Each of you has a light that can shine brightly in the world, illuminating the paths of others who may be navigating their own storms. You take a deep breath, feeling the weight of the moment and the importance of what you're about to say. Let's carry this energy forward. Let's promise to check in on each other, to be a source of encouragement, and to remind one another of the resilience we carry. If you feel comfortable, I invite you to exchange contact information with someone here tonight. Let's create a network of support that extends beyond this gathering. The participants begin to nod in agreement, and you see them turning to one another, smiles breaking through the earlier vulnerability. The initial hesitations fade away as they exchange numbers and social media handles, each connection solidifying the bonds formed during the evening. The air is filled with excitement, a testament to the connections that have been forged in this sacred space. As the night draws to a close, the lanterns flicker softly, casting a warm glow around the circle. You notice the stars shining brightly overhead, a reminder of the vastness of the universe and the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. Before we part ways, let's take a moment to express our gratitude for this space, for each other, and for the stories we've shared, you say, encouraging everyone to close their eyes and take a collective breath in and out. In that moment of silence, you feel the energy swirl around the group, a gentle reminder of the love and support that envelops you all. You can almost hear the ocean echoing your thoughts, each wave a soft affirmation of the connections made. As the last breaths settle, you open your eyes and look around the circle, taking in the faces of those who have shared this beautiful journey with you. There's a palpable sense of unity among the group, a shared understanding that though life may bring storms, they now have a network of support to navigate through it together. Thank you all for being so brave tonight, you say, your voice warm with sincerity. Before we close, I want to invite you to share one last thought, perhaps a hope or intention you wish to carry with you after this evening. It could be a word, a phrase, or even a commitment to yourself. You sense the excitement rising once more, a thirst for connection still lingering in the air. As you pass the metaphorical baton, participants begin to share their intentions, each one imbued with the essence of what they've experienced throughout the night. A woman expresses her hope to embrace vulnerability, while a man shares his desire to nurture creativity in his everyday life. Another participant vows to reach out to someone who has been struggling, offering a listening ear. Each intention is met with encouraging nods and murmurs of agreement, creating a vibrant atmosphere filled with positivity and resolve. You can feel the energy shifting as each person articulates their hopes, as if they are planting seeds for future growth. Finally, it comes to your turn. I intend to cultivate this community, you say, feeling the weight of your words. I want to create spaces where our stories can continue to be told, where healing can unfold, and where we can uplift one another. Together, we can make a difference in each other's lives, just as we have tonight. Your voice carries an undercurrent of passion, and you see the faces around you light up with understanding and support. Each person in the circle feels the sincerity of your intention, and you can sense the collective heartbeat of hope resonating through the group. They are eager to join you in this commitment, ready to contribute to a nurturing community that can thrive beyond this night. As the last of the intentions are shared, you feel a sense of completion. The circle has come full circle, echoing with the themes of connection, creativity, and resilience that have marked the entire evening. The night sky, now a deep navy, twinkles with stars as if celebrating the promises spoken under its watchful gaze. Let's take a moment to close this gathering together, you suggest, inviting everyone to join hands in the circle. The energy shifts once more as fingers intertwine, creating a physical manifestation of the community you've built. In this moment, let's send out a collective intention into the universe for support and encouragement, for ourselves and for each other. Let's embody the strength we've found tonight. You lead them in a brief moment of silence, where each person can visualize their hopes and intentions radiating outward like ripples in the water. The sound of the waves crashing against the shore provides a soothing backdrop, enhancing the connection you all feel to one another and to the larger world beyond this gathering. After a few moments, you gently squeeze the hands of those next to you, breaking the silence. Thank you for sharing this sacred space with me tonight. Thank you for your courage, your creativity, and your willingness to be vulnerable. Remember, we are all in this together, and you are not alone. As the circle begins to break, the mood is light and buoyant. Laughter. As the circle begins to break, the mood is light and buoyant. Laughter fills the air, mingling with the sound of the ocean, as participants start to gather their belongings and exchange final hugs. You notice the newfound connections, the way people are animatedly chatting, sharing contact information, and promising to meet again. There's a sense of camaraderie that hasn't existed before, a bond formed through shared vulnerability and creativity. You take a moment to step back, allowing the joy of the evening to wash over you. This gathering has transformed from a mere idea into a heartfelt reality, and the energy radiating from each person is infectious. It's a beautiful reminder of the power of community and the importance of connection. As you pack up the remaining supplies, a few participants linger, still buzzing with excitement. The young man who painted the lighthouse approaches you, his eyes bright with gratitude. "Thank you for creating this space," he says earnestly. "I didn't realize how much I needed to share my story until tonight. I feel lighter, like I can finally start moving forward." You smile, feeling a sense of fulfillment at his words. That's exactly what this night was about, shedding the weight of our struggles and embracing the light within us. I'm so glad you felt that. You can see the determination in his eyes, and it fills you with hope for the journeys that lie ahead for everyone who attended. Nearby, the woman with the phoenix painting is animatedly discussing her artwork with another participant. You overhear snippets of their conversation about how art can be a healing tool, and your heart swells with pride. These exchanges are what you envisioned when you first dreamed of gathering people together, to create the conditions for healing and growth, where stories intertwine and creativity flourishes. As the last lantern is packed away, you glance back toward the ocean, feeling a deep connection to the ebb and flow of life. The waves continue their rhythmic dance, a steady reminder that, like the tides, change is a natural part of existence. You take a moment to reflect on the evening, feeling a sense of responsibility to continue nurturing this newfound community. With the sun fully set, the moon casts its silver glow over the beach, illuminating the path ahead. You can already envision the next steps, future gatherings, workshops, and creative sessions where stories can keep flowing and connections can deepen. The idea of a monthly or bi-monthly meetup begins to form in your mind, a safe haven where participants can return to share their journeys, support one another, and express their creativity without judgment. As you walk towards your car, a few participants who have lingered catch up with you. The woman with the phoenix painting approaches, her excitement bubbling over. I was thinking, what if we could have a theme for each gathering? It could help guide our stories and art, making it even more meaningful. Her enthusiasm is contagious, and you nod in agreement. That's a fantastic idea. Themes could spark even deeper conversations and inspire creative expressions that resonate with everyone's experiences. You both brainstorm potential themes, from resilience to finding joy in the ordinary, each idea igniting more possibilities. Meanwhile, the young man with the lighthouse interjects, "What if we could also invite local musicians or poets to join us? They could perform or share their work, adding another layer of creativity to the gatherings." The thought. As the young man shares his idea, a wave of enthusiasm ripples through the group. You can feel the collective excitement building, each suggestion weaving into the tapestry of what these gatherings could become. The possibilities seem endless, and your heart races at the thought of nurturing this vibrant community. Yes, inviting local artists could create an even richer experience, you respond warmly. Imagine having musicians play as we share our stories, or poets reading pieces that resonate with our themes. It could deepen the connections we've already formed. The woman with the phoenix painting nods vigorously, and we could even encourage attendees to bring their own art supplies or instruments to contribute spontaneously. It could turn into a collaborative creation every time. Her idea sparks a fire within you. Let's create an environment where everyone feels empowered to share their gifts. This could be a sanctuary of creativity and support. A place where we cultivate not just our individual journeys, but also the collective spirit of our community. With each passing moment, the vision for your gatherings grows clearer, and you can see the excitement reflected in the eyes of those around you. The young man continues, "We could also set up a social media page to keep everyone connected between gatherings. It would be a space for sharing art, stories, and encouragement." "Brilliant!" you exclaim, thrilled by the suggestion. A dedicated online space would allow us to maintain the connections we've forged here, share updates, and even provide support when someone is facing a tough time. We could call it the Shell Collective, a community that embraces our individual journeys while celebrating our shared experiences. The name resonates with everyone, and you can see smiles spreading across their faces. As the idea of the Shell Collective settles in the air, a sense of unity envelops the group. You can feel the energy pulsating with possibilities. This new name encapsulates the essence of what you've all created together. Each shell symbolizes the unique stories that have come together to form a vibrant community, each a reflection of resilience and beauty. The young man with the lighthouse speaks up, his enthusiasm infectious. "I can help set up the social media page. I've got some experience with it, and I think we can create a beautiful platform where everyone can share their art, stories, and updates about future gatherings." "Perfect," you reply, feeling the excitement bubbling within you. "And let's make it a space where we can also post inspirational quotes, resources for mental wellness, and even prompts for those who want to create or express but don't know where to start." The woman with the phoenix painting adds, "We should have a regular feature, maybe a shell spotlight, where we highlight someone's story or artwork each month. It could inspire others and make everyone feel seen." The group buzzes with energy, each person contributing ideas and building upon each other's thoughts. You can't help but smile, witnessing the blossoming of a community that is more than just a gathering. It is a movement rooted in authenticity and connection. As the conversation flows, you glance at the horizon, where the moonlight dances on the water, and a wave of gratitude washes over you. You feel a sense of purpose igniting within. This is just the beginning. The potential for impact stretches far beyond this night, and you know that by nurturing these connections, you're creating a ripple effect that can touch countless lives.